All right, now what's good, everybody? As you can see, your boy is back again, man. Been quite consistent here lately, ain't I? Well, at the end of the day, I got some information to show. It's just more to expound on what I was and what I've been showing, the new revelation I've been showing. At the end of the day, man, I basically took everything and superimposed it, did some line work and everything so that I could show, people the hardcore evidence instead of just just using the mouse to explain what I'm saying. And this will be a real quick video because, like I say, I got to save this video time anyway. But I'm going to open my drive real quick and get to it. So, there we go. Now, the first thing I'm going to pull up, of course, is the AE map we got right here. The reason that I'm pulling this up, and I don't want to hear, this is the thing for all and each and every flat earther that is out there. Y'all ought to be able to. This is the thing. I don't think that y'all really realize how serious of a matter this really even is. This is an extremely serious matter. I want y'all to think about how and who everybody has been saying is the top dog, who got all of the knowledge, got the story right. You know what I'm saying? This would not be happening if not. It's already been stuff that flat earthers themselves honestly will question about the flat earth. This AE map that is right here have said that there's faults in the AE map. I don't want to hear that there's never going to be an accurate map. There is a map that can be accurately reproduced because you know why? We use a map every day. We use maps every day. The thing is, where is this conjunction of and yes, we know that they are flat maps, okay? So if we want to go based off of their logic and play those games, what I'm going to do is I'm using every flat map that you could, especially the main predominant ones, okay? There's only really two flat maps, and that's just a fact. There's really only two flat maps. You have this disk map right here, the AE map. Well, I ain't gonna say two. You got the one with the extra lands, which is just the AE map with some made up lands around it. With nobody has proven that what those lands, nobody's seen those. Just as sure as, you know, flat earthers will say that what globe earthers have never been to. You never been to outer space to go. We'll tell a globe earther very quick. You've never been to those other planets to actually witness them and say that they're real. Well, y'all flat earthers ain't never been to other lands beyond the ice ring to prove that they're real. That's no different than saying that another planet exists, okay? Just because somebody draws out a map, I could draw out a map myself and draw out some made up continents to look however I want them to look. Until you can prove that, which y'all have no evidence to, spoken word is not enough at the end of the day, because spoken word is what has us screwed up, okay? Upon you looking into what I'm looking at, going off of base, straight up on facts, no speculation, going off of hardcore facts, tying it in with ancient and modern, you can only come to one conclusion. Okay, so we got the flat earth right there, AE map. This is the predominant one that any flat earther, think about your top flat earther that you have heard or saw go over any type of lecture. What's the main map that they'll pull up? The main map. They will pull this up. They'll even tell you and confirm. They were just talking that one of them was specifically just talking about the ley lines and the clock, everything. Like it was accurate. I don't want to hear anything made up. Okay. Y'all gonna eat these facts today, man. And I'm not being ignorant. All I'm here to do, I'm not here to tear anybody down. I'm just here to provide the facts, man. That's what we're supposed to be about, is the truth. But I'm here to let y'all know y'all are worshiping people. Part of the reason why y'all can't see the things that I see is because y'all are too caught up in the spotlight of worshiping people just because they got some subscribers, just because they got whatever they voice sound compelling or whatever to you, and you won't give y'all too busy looking over the one truth, the person who got the truth. Out of everybody, man, because you know why? It's so funny to me. I'm the one who came and showed a grand discovery with numbers. I don't say what I say just to brag. It's a fact, okay? Nobody's ever done what I've done. I'm tying it in with the Nazca lines and using the Nazca lines that I'm talking about, which your top flat earther, who is supposed to be the top flat earther, not only him, but others as well. I try to refrain from, I don't like to say his name every single video, but y'all know what's up. It's got a lot to do with him because that's who y'all adhere to. That's who everybody bring up. That's who everybody respect. But don't nobody want to look in to the truth that I've been trying to show. The tetragrammaton, I've been telling y'all this man ain't 100% got the truth. I'm not saying that he got 100% lies. I'm providing the truth, and it's up to people to see it. So you got that flat earth right there, and I'm going to pull up another one right here. This is another one. As you can see, they say that this is the new standard map of the world. Okay. And this is down here where Nazca is at, approximately in this region. This is what flat earth is supposed to be. Okay. All right. Well, this is FPV. First thing I'm going to start off with is FPV Angel. I got to actually send another picture to my drive real quick. Thought I saved that one. Let me go to recents because I'm pretty sure I already upload. Well, I don't want to show it yet. So yeah, this is FPV. You can see that this is the Nazca overlay that I was talking about right here. That's a huge problem. Because see, the thing is, the maps are not consistent. This is a stretched out map. I know it's stretched out because even the overlay of the Nazca is stretched out. They had to force a stretch out, which is not what you're supposed to do. That's not how the geomancy of the Nazca Estrella is. It's everything is at 45 degrees. This right here is not at 45 degrees. How do I know? Because this is not square based. This is not based on a square. This right here has been elongated to fit this map, and that by itself is false. This geoglyph is down here way on Nazca drawn out, and they made it as big as they did for a reason, because that's the starting point. They are using the geoglyph incorrectly. If you don't have what I've discovered in the first place, you're not going to be using anything regarding the Nazca lines 100% correctly. And that's just a fact that I'm pointing out. Because it's like having a blueprint of the earth, the energy grid of the earth. So you got that right there. And now this is where I get into proving my points quickly. Okay. So here you got a compass that I'm going to pull up, okay? Now, flat earthers will use even your favorite flat earthers. 9 times out of 10, they probably got a compass as their logo, okay? So you got the compass right here. The compass is all separated into 45-degree sections, 4.5-degree sections, okay? And then 2 and 7, 2.7. Sorry about that. So at the end of the day, what you witnessing right here, once I overlay this, if we on a flat earth, or if we on a flat earth, I'm so used to that. Hold on. So yeah, at the end of the day, and sorry about the background. You see why this is why this is why I said I couldn't join last time, man. I was serious. I don't make up stuff. At the end of the day, this is separated into 22, and I just said that. So you would take this compass, and I'm applying this compass because this is what we use in order to navigate. It don't matter whether you're saying it's a globe. It don't matter whether you're saying it's a flat earth at that point. What do we use to navigate around the earth? A compass, okay? That's just a fact. All navigation systems are built in. They have a compass type of, even your phone, a compass type of aspect added to it. Google Maps compass aspect. All navigation is compass based. Okay, accurate navigation at that. So this, at the end of the day, is what we use to get around. So by default, to know your correct directions, which is what guys used to hear. This has got people around for eons. Your favorite flat earther ain't got it in his background for no reason. Okay. At the end of the day, this right here is what we use to get around, and that's what we about to use to debunk and show this. It's really simple and very easy. Now, this is the world from what was shown on Google Earth, and I may go back to the video just to show it very briefly because it's a short video. If people didn't, this is for the people who did not see my previous video. At the end of the day, this video right here that I'm people who did not see my previous video, what you're seeing right here is where Nazca is at. Okay, so I put every template or picture that you see from this point on forward, it's just a replication of what you're seeing right here. I need that to very much be known. Okay, now what you have right here, if you realize, is this going 360 degrees as far as the rays? Are there 360 degrees going around this? Are they going in every 360 degree? If this was just a circle, is this encompassing 360 degrees? Yes or no? That's a yes. Anybody with common sense knows that that's a yes. I'm not saying it's just separated into perfect degree. That's not what's the question. The question is this separated into 360 degrees? Okay. Yes, it is. That's a fact. Because of the circle itself, 360 degrees, we know that. Okay, so it's my point that I'm making is that's going all the way around. All right, the spokes are going in every single direction. So all I got to do, in other words, is place one simple compass on top of Nazca on a flat earth and see where these lines point to. Okay, this is common sense. We're going to take a flat earth map that we use as literal, okay? Because if the thing is, I'm tired of hearing flat earthers saying that the earth is flat when these globe earthers do got a point. Make you an accurate map, because if you got a map that obviously has holes in it, why are you still using it? Okay? That's comprehensible. I mean, so anyway, man, we're going to proceed to the next thing. So there you have the compass being overlaid right here. The Nazca lines disprove flat earth, man. How so? Because the flat earthers is tense right about now, man. I've been there, man, done that. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. It's good for somebody who's been on both sides of the fence. It ain't fake. It ain't no flip-flop. Y'all love to use the agent word because y'all scary and y'all fools, honestly, man. Come on now. At the end of the day, this right here, dude, is exactly what I just showed on the other thing. It's placed right approximately where Nazca would be at. It ain't got to be 100%. We ain't gonna do that game on the right on the dot, but at the end of the day, it's right there approximately in that area. These spokes are doing the same thing that you just saw on the other thing on the globe. Now, pay attention. The point that I made in the next post or next thing that I made, where is it at? Okay, it ain't there. I'm gonna go back to the original I was on. This is my point that I'm making. Look at these lines and what they did on that globe. I'm gonna have to go back to that video and show that. Just to show, because I want clarity to be known. You never know who might have to watch this in the center, who might not want, who might want to be lazy and not go to a video. The lines that are going south, the grand point being made is pay attention even to east and west. There were lines going east and west in every direction, like I said, 360 degrees. I just didn't put all of the lines. So these lines at the end of the day going below east, west, and all the way down to south and everything, where are those lines going to? What are those pointing to? Because guess what? What I'm pointing out is what every other line, and mind you, they were not solid lines. They all started from different sections, different points, which shows the intent. It shows intention. It ain't like you just take a rubber band and wrap a bunch of rubber bands around the ball, and they come. That's with the because they were showing That's why I say this is proven as well. Circumnavigation, man. What they was doing. It's just a fact. And these lines that were going down this way, what are they pointing to? Can any flat earther honestly answer that? What are those lines pointing to from the Nazca lines? And that's why I say I'm going to go back to the video so that you can see. There ain't no fake lines. What are the lines pointing to? And furthermore, how come all of those lines that point south, they point to nothing on the flat earth at all? They point off into nothing. Because guess what? The question is, it's still questionable, and y'all question whether it's infinite or whether it's finite. Y'all don't know yet because guess what? You have not done that traveling, and that's a fact, man. Y'all ain't gonna sit up here and play those games with me and talk about some what ifs as if y'all have definitive answers. We're not gonna play those games because you will not allow globe earthers to do that. So you ain't allowed to either. All of the beliefs got to go out the window today. No more. I don't care who doesn't like it. If the truth is what we're supposed to be here for, then you getting it here. These lines point to nothing. I can't make up the lines that the Nazca made, so they there. So these lines point to nothing on the flat earth. But it just so happens, and I can't change nothing. Them lines, when you wrap them around the globe, point to the same place, which is Anchor Wat. Anchor Wat. A place who is set, and I just tied in, I did the previous two streams to tie in the fact of flight with Anchor Wat and, all of these different countries. When we talk about the Vimana, or Vimana, however it's pronounced, that's India. And we're talking about Nazca. You could only view these, like I said, with circumnavigation, which these lines is only viewable from the sky. Okay, so this proves that they was flying back then. That's knocked out of the question. This proved they had some form of flight technology. Okay, and I said yesterday as well, anybody would come. One thing that people don't point out is, as far as regarding circumnavigation, to properly circumnavigate untainted, the best way to do so would be to fly, opposed to being on the ground where you're going to bump into terrain, which is guaranteed. If you were to try to attempt to circumnavigate, the best way to do it would be to fly. And I think the ancients were smart enough to realize that. If they smart enough to realize everything else they realized, because I realized that if you're going to properly circumnavigate and keep one solid direction without ever turning, and also trying to be in the process of figuring out whether the earth is finite or infinite or not, that's the process that they will go through. It's common sense. It's common sense. All of the beliefs and everything going out the window today. I'm telling you, man. So this is Angkor Wat on the other side, because I just showed the globe, and we're going to go to the video right after this so that people can see it. This is Angkor Wat, and this is showing how every single line, just like if you wrap the lines around a rubber band. One thing I did, or rubber bands around a ball, if you did that around there, they'll come to one area. This is dealing with the diameter and radius of the earth. See, the diameter of the earth and everything is what this shows. It shows a perfect halfway point around the other side of the earth. And I was actually doing some studying because I got a small little stress ball that's a globe. And I basically did that. I put the rubber bands around the globe. And what I was realizing upon doing so was that this point, golly, I was about to say something, man. I can't remember. Golly, I hate when that happened, man. But this point right here, yeah, that's what I was saying. I was basically taking my hands because my fingers was automatically by default one finger on one side and 180 degrees from the other finger, which is my thumb and my pointing finger. Using that with that globe, that makes a 180-degree line slash the diameter of the Earth. So, and the continents was, pretty much a great approximation of how this looks right here. And it was just to play around. It didn't have to be literal. And it was just to play around and figure out how many different spots on the Earth that I had to turn it to where I could land my hand actually on water. Because mind you, most of the Earth is freaking water as far as the surface, what we're seeing. Most of the Earth is water. So I was having a problem with being able to get to land two fingers on land. I was having an extreme problem with that. And I might have, I don't know whether I got to keep on looking at it. I might have missed a spot, but just to say right now, from what I realized and what I saw from doing what I did, this is the only place, these are the only two places that you can create that diameter aspect with the math on the earth and be able to draw it out and create the monuments on the land. Because otherwise, the diameter would have to be expressed from one point on land and the other point ends up in the water. Okay. So, upon them doing and the geography, mind you, I'm not saying that's the only point, but when you take into account it's the ley lines and everything, because they was going based off of the ley lines as well. So all of that stuff was taken into counter or accountants. So yeah, that's that. And I'm gonna pull up the video real quick in the background. History. You the reason that I'm thinking I don't want to smoke all these cigarettes no more. I guess that's what I get for wishful thinking. Should have never let you in on my door. Next time you wanna go on and leave, I should just let you go on and do it. What up, Eric Deep? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Yep, all the lines point to Anchor White. It's crazy, man. There we go. So this is for the people who have missed out. This is the actual. You can see the lines right here etched into the ground. And they basically what they did was take these lines, and this is proving further what I'm saying. At the end of the day, these lines, all as you can see, it's not when you zoom out, it's like they're starting from one point, like the degrees of a circle. That's what's so because it's called, when you zoom out, the micro it all comes into one point by perspective because you're so up high you can't see that close. So it looked like it's all coming into one point. That's how big the earth is. But the crazy thing about it is the fact that they did not start exactly at really actually start at one point and just basically, pivot, pivot around and from once, just create basically a star type of like you would look at a compass, literally, just directions coming from one solid point. They didn't do that, and that's what I'm trying to figure out next. Why didn't they do that? Because for whatever reason, uh, I don't know why, but based off of that fact alone, one thing I do know is that based off of that fact alone that they did not start out from one point, it shows more so the accuracy behind the whole circumnavigation thing that they was doing. And not only that, it shows that they was intentionally doing what they was doing. And they was that this is communicating to go to some they know what they was doing, man. That's just that's crazy, dude. And these lines, as you can see, because mind you, we got east and west right here. This whole screen, as they looking at it, this is Nazca. North is upwards. That's just a fact, and how they got it on display right now. Where you saw me with my compass, approximately. I mean, the compass is over here in this area. You can look at this like the compass. So actually, yeah, north is right there. So they got the actual compass right there. I ain't got my glasses on, but east and west would be right here. So if you tilt this a little bit, east and which ain't gonna really matter, it's just a few degrees. East and west would be that way, and everything south would by default be all of these lines that you see right here. Okay, and every last one of these lines that you see right here, guess what? wraps back around to, like Eric Deep just said, to Angkor Wat. And that's only able to be, that can only happen on the, this is a fact, man. That can only happen on the globe. I can't change it. But guess what? When you do this on the flat earth, like I'm proving to you, like I just proved, what would happen on both of the maps? We'll see, because I just showed it. Shit's crazy, man. That's why I ain't been talking like I've been talking for no reason, man. I know I got the truth, man. And I can just play the truth. I'm here to help people. I can going on about my business, bro. People think I'm here to cloud chase and do all of this other, stuff. Some people, when at least in other niggas chats, but they ain't never even been over here. They never been over here and don't know what they missing out on. That's Angkor Wat there. All of those lines going to one spot. This is proving that they knew this. They had to have known the shape of the earth. You can't do those lines like that without knowing. And Angkor Wat, the thing is, they had some type of reception point. Somehow they could. I don't know, bro. Cause see, that's what I'm saying. To put that, to loop that, bro, loop that around like that to the exact same spot, and the lines, like I said, started from different sections. That let you know that they was intentionally pointing at Angkor Wat, and they was meaning to point out the diameter of the earth. So that's crazy. So yeah, now that that's been shown, I can pull back and go back to the pictures that I was showing to show the last few. Um, video always start playing in the background for whatever reason after I click off. So yeah, I'm gonna click on this one more time just to show this. Okay, so now you can see the spokes there. Every one of the lines is what you just saw in that video is zoomed out. That's what it looked like. All right. Which one? Yes, this one. And this is FPV now. Like I just showed their map at the beginning, right? So now this is the overlay on their map. Now, mind you, all of the lines went to what? To Angkor Wat. Now we know that particular flat earthers have talked about, Angkor Wat like it's something very special in the past. So ain't nothing changed, right? Shouldn't be. Just because so east and west, as you can see, like I pointed out, is going this way, just like this on their map. North, however, if you follow north from that point, you would never go to Angkor Wat. You would never get there. So this by default, this map because this is how FPV now. I have been around long enough to have heard this and know this much, how they explain this sun and moon thing. They, in their point of view, put or explain it as there's a west and an east gate that the sun and the moon come in and out of. It's like a portal. You know, that's the conclusion that they came to. Okay. I like their work. I have said that several times because at the end of the day, first off, they realize significance behind the Nazca lines, but they do have some points in there, some things that I didn't seen that it's interesting, but it's never a point where I'm like, this right here just don't add up, on this, so they putting in work, but how can you tell somebody that they're going down or what they're doing wrong? You know what I mean? If they ain't, you don't know if they're, willing to listen. All I can do is just do right on my end, and that's what I'm doing. And anyway, 45 degrees northeast and southwest, that would go never to, I mean, the only line that would go directly to Cambodia over there to Angkor Wat is just a freaking line directly from that point over there to that. That's the on this map. Okay, so this map is debunked. And the fact that FPV now are using this map, and the proof is back there that they use it because they got the Nazca mandala incorrectly spewed over it. This proves flat Earth from FPV now perspective. Okay, so something ain't right. Something just ain't right. Something ain't right, man. And just one more time with this map right here, like I pointed out, and I'm gonna zoom in on the continent so it can be a little bit more comprehensible. This weed smell good, man. I'll let y'all have it blazing up. I'll be blazing up after the show mainly, man. To be honest, man, I'll let y'all enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I'll be here to display the knowledge for y'all. Let y'all do the blazing up. I do mine after. But yeah, well, I ain't gonna worry about the top up there and what I wrote at the top for right now. Now that's zoomed in as close as we gonna get. This is a flat Earth. This is the map that they use. And what can they say? What can one say? And the thing is, when you how okay, so east. This is the thing with east and what. This is debunked. See, 45 degrees is back again. This debunks the navigation on a freaking flat Earth when you think about this. Because like I said, I brought up the fact that okay, when you go around a flat Earth map, how do they explain it? They explain it like you're going around the block, right? Where there's been very smart globe earthers who have caught on to the fact of what I pointed out, even as a so said flat earther so much in the past myself. I've said it up until this point that I'm questioning and saying, really, using my head as I should, not being block minded. Real talk. I'm not finna sit. I don't care what nobody got to say about me. At least I got the guts enough to display the truth, and this proves that to y'all. But anyway, they explain it like you're going around the block. What they have to realize is when you go around the block, you manually have to turn your body. And this is all to explain circumnavigation. Remember, your top flat earther will explain circumnavigation how to a globe earther. Circumnavigation has the word what in it? Etymology, circle. Okay. Well, when you on the globe, if you go around the globe, which is in the true essence of circumnavigation, what was trying to be proved was being able, which would prove a globe, is being able to go in one direction and not have to ever turn left or right. Go in one direction, stay going that one direction, and end up right back in the same exact approximate area that you left. That's a fact. And guess what? When you do that on a sphere, that still creates a circle, which is why it's called circumnavigation. It's not because it's got to be a flat circle. People, they play word games, man. And my subconscious always there, but you supporting it and you realizing everything about what they're saying that does have accurate evidence behind it. Water is always level and everything. That's right. That's true. Water always seeks to find its own level. But what I also realize is that flat earthers don't do any. Whenever it get brought up that you can mathematically prove that the curvature of the earth, they not even using using the math right. The 8 inches per mile squared, they're not using their calculus right. It's crazy. So most of them don't, not even math heads, and don't really know how to accurately you know incorporate, when you don't even, if I ask a flat earther, half of them, how do you calculate, what's the formula for an area of a square? They don't even know nothing about pi r squared. They don't know nothing about, they wouldn't even say that. you know I'm not and I'm not speaking for people. I'm just saying that that's the display of intelligence, the level of intelligence that I've seen from them. Because I've always said in the past, there's some way that you can mathematically have to be able to prove what we're on. It's just a fact. Um, and that's part of why I'm on the road that I'm on. And at the end of the day, circumnavigation, they explain it as you're going around the block. Well, when you're going around the block, you have to manually turn yourself. And on the flat earth, you would have to always be turning. A boat would always have to be turning. Right. Just like they say that planes don't nosedive. Well, flat earthers have to turn around and say that we going around the block and we constantly turning. But how come we don't feel ourselves turning? They'll say that the curve is too big. That's the same exact thing the globe earthers say. So that's what I'm saying, man. Quit the games is what guys have to stop. We have to stop the games. It's something been going on. And honestly, I saw a video yesterday to where I do have my reasons that I feel like flat earth has been a huge psyop of some sort. And some people been leading niggas into a pit. It has been a huge psyop of some sort. Once people realize this right here, at least that could spark that, gnosis, to think about that and consider that. People got to look back on, everything that we just went through. Coronavirus, all of this different stuff. Every year it seemed like it's kind of something. I ain't gonna say every year, but they got specific years that they do stuff. And flat Earth just was that thing. It was that thing that, and that's also when a lot of this stuff was going on that they was talking about celebrities and stuff, government. And we always know that they use distractions and things like that, rituals and stuff like that. People got to open up their minds. And like I said, like, and y'all say, why would they lie about the earth being flat? I mean, why, about the earth being flat or a globe? Part of the reason, like I said, I pointed this out. Black people were the first people to fly. But if you look into history now, guess who you're going to see as the first people to fly? White people. That's a fact. Guess who you're going to see as the history of people who is responsible for time? White people. I ain't even gonna go down no list like I really could. But the fact is, most of everything that you look at as far as history, people can look at and incorporate white people into it, or white people just then whitewashed it just to be real. Where is we at? What have we done? you know, that's where people got to question that, because people are the same people who was comedicists and stuff like that. One thing that they did have correct that they just leave behind is how powerful we were. We're not exerting our power because we think that you know, sometimes we get on roads like this and we don't, we think we got all of the power in the world. The plot twist to it is, man, at the end of the day, what if we discovered that the place was a globe? We know that Freemasons is the ones who, is mainly astronauts, not 100% of the way. Uh, and these people wanted to incorporate themselves in history. What if we discovered that it was a globe first? And the knowledge, like everything else that we've said in the past, and the knowledge got taken from us. And it got whitewashed as they discovered that this place, because it was all about what? Discovering it. Okay. This was a discovery. This was one of the hugest discoveries ever. Just like going to the moon was. Circumnavigation was one of that was going to be that was planted. One of the hugest discoveries of the world. Literally, because it's of the world. You finding out what you own. So that was huge. Of course, a race would want to be the first ones to do that or stamp that on that. They stamped everything else and take everything else, man. So it would make sense to me why you got to really look at the story. One person might not have the story right. Ooh, yeah, he might not have the story right. You know what I mean? Because stuff like this, I want to hear the brothers go against it, man. I ain't being cocky, I ain't being big-headed. I'm a very open-minded person. Somebody might say something that spark up something. But like I say, I pretty much encompass exactly what I know, stooped low flat earthers is going to think or try to come up with as an argument for these lines that's pointing down here south on the flat earth that would be going out into nothing. You only got one or two places and you can't run too far. No pun intended. At the end of the day, the only two places you got is whether there are extra land said to be out there. I just said you have to believe in that. So how you gonna knock the globe earthers for believing in whatever planets they believe in, but you believe in other lands that you ain't ever been to? Believe in an ice wall you ain't ever witnessed, besides ice shelves. And ice shelves can go on for miles. That's a fact. The Grand Canyon goes on for miles, man. That's only a little piece of the earth. Somebody recording an ice shelf just because they recorded it for a long time, that don't convince me that the whole Antarctica is just a freaking wall. When I done seen parts of Antarctica on camera, even that ain't no wall. Literally going from the tip of what's the name to Antarctica, right down here in this area, that ain't no wall right down there. You got glaciers, all type of stuff. It ain't no wall down there. And furthermore, it just being a wall wouldn't even make sense. Just being honest, it wouldn't make sense once you really think about it. It just wouldn't make sense, man. All of the other land ain't no wall. Everything else slopes up like a pyramid. Come on now. Anyway, man, like I say, I didn't want this to be long, but I had to do this one because, like I say, excuse me, I expect difference from flat earth. This one can't be looked over, and if they do, it's scary. Report this to your top flat earther if you got to. I ain't gonna say I want the smoke because I get tired of repeating other people and what they say. But if they want to call it smoke, they can call it what they want, homie. The fact is, whatever you want, how do you want it? Cause I'm with it. At the end of the day, I got facts, man. And what's your explanation? That's all I can say. That's all I can say, man. Let me read the comments before I go. Man, you don't circle a globe, listen to the word. I'm gonna read from the top. Let me see the place I got. Which one is the correct flat earth map? I'm surprised to see your ass still around, Mr. Flat Plane TV. I'm surprised. Y'all was supposed to be gone, man. Y'all were supposed to be gone, bro. I'm surprised that you still around. Now, none of them are correct. Hey, that's a good point. I get you, but this is the thing that I'm pointing out. Those lines are going to Angkor Wat. How can you make that up? How can somebody make that up? I'm gonna see if his answers below. The Nazca lines debunk flat Earth, but from our perspective, we see a flat plane. Right. That's absolutely right, and that's what I was briefly gonna say earlier. Because one of the arguments that globe earthers bring up sometimes is the fact, and this is a fact. If you take a ball and you enough on it, zoom in enough on the ball, you are going to see a flat surface. That's a fact. If you were small enough, that's just a fact, man. It's no way around that. I mean, you can even test it. Get a ball big enough and zoom in on it, and then you tell me whether you think it's flat or not. You know, now when we think about something on a big scale and we're talking about stuff that we can and cannot experiment with and stuff on a huge scale, think about how big the earth is. Now, whatever it is that keeps the water enclosed to the earth, that's why I said I'm a learner, bro. I'm open to learn new and learn more. I know what they've already told us. I've been down the road of thinking for myself. I've been down the road of questioning everything. Obviously, I'm still questioning everything. I'm just wise enough and brave enough to broadcast that. But what any flat earther can't point out, can't debunk, is them southern lines. It's other people who then brought up stuff about the Southern Cross and everything. And flat earthers jump around that. They've jumped around. They don't even know about the the first compass, which is at 45 degrees. But that was magnetized to the south. So it's a lot about the south proves a lot. The southern hemisphere, this whole southern hemisphere, and especially those Nazca lines. When we talk about flight and all of that type of stuff, so that stuff is crazy. You don't circle a globe, listen to the wordplay. That's the thing, man. I mean, see, I don't. That's why I stay away from the words, bro. I deal with numbers and facts, logic. See, words people can perceive and, like you say, wordplay. People play with words. I don't play. I'm just straight up about logic and facts, straight, discrete facts. And at the end of the day, I said what I said and I meant what I meant. A circle is a circle. And a globe, we could say globe, I could replace it with a sphere. All I know is I ain't never been out there into the sky to see that. But what I am seeing is these Nazca lines, which are real. Only thing somebody could hold to me is that I ain't been to the Nazca lines myself, which is destined to happen with my work. And that'd be great to display that on this channel. That'd be a heck of a journey. I plan on actually doing that. I'm not just saying that. And at the end of the day, you know, I'm just providing facts. Like I say, you go around the ball, it's still a straight line, right? The Nazca lines all hit certain mystic places on Earth, and on the way these lines all point to Anchorage. Exactly, bro. That's right. Like I was saying, from start, they were starting at different points, like they was doing. Like you just said, they go because they go through places like the Great Pyramids. I looked at one line; it kind of creeped me out because it go through my home state. Whatever that may have meant, because it go directly through not just my home state, but right through the city, and that kind of creeped me that I'm from. So I was like, whoa, like, and I was almost because the thing is with what you call the Vimana and everything, it was also said to be a time machine. So that's what I think about my past streams. If anybody's been around that long enough to remember and witness that, I brought up time machines, time traveling, and everything in the past. So for them, if you could travel into the future and you could relay a message, a specific message that you was trying to give to the future, because that's what this stuff has to do with. It's a message. It's saying something that I'm figuring out. It's some communication that I'm figuring out, and other people, are being a great help because it's people who've done stuff before me that I'm just tying up. It's always something I'm coming across. But yeah, man, you say y'all live in Chicago. Hold on, why I skip like that? Yeah. I live in Chicago. I live in Chicago, and I just found out about these mounds in southern Illinois that lay on one of the Nazca lines. Yep, I think it was one that went through because it was deviated off to the right slightly. That's crazy, man. I know you watched that video in depth and about and looked at the where the line goes. How we supposed to be gone? That's what I'm saying. You say how we supposed to be gone. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm saying that I'm not worried about y'all and I'm not watching y'all. I got into it with y'all homie and I just don't get why y'all stayed around and everything. That's what I'm saying. I don't, it's nothing I just saying with the playing friends and stuff, bro. I'm a real organic person. I don't play no games and stuff like that. And like I say, if you're not supporting me, which y'all don't, you don't support. What that's why I say, why are you around? That's why I say you're supposed to be gone. Like I only want people around me. I only want people watching my videos who gonna hit the like button, who gonna support, and they really see how hard I'm working. And because you'll be in somebody else's chat supporting them, the person that I'm even talking about that's spewing the information that's not 100% correct. Niggas to support them. We supposed to be about the truth though. That's supposed to be the core, which is the truth, right? Exactly. That's my point. It ain't about the truth, is what I'm pointing out with a lot of these cats. And if you suit yourself in that, that is what it is. The map I'm using is wrong. That's the thing, bro. What map? What map? Like, point me to the correct map because I can use any map that you're talking about as far as the flat Earth. That's just the AE map right there. So if the map that I'm using is wrong, what map is there that I need to be using? I agree with you, Corey. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, 100%. No one has a real map of anything. Check this out, bro. If I take a picture of something, you can look at that as a map. That's just plain as day. And we got pictures and everything. And you can compile images. People look at maps, everything. Saying no one has a real map of anything, man. That's like that dude just said with wordplay earlier. That's pretty much wordplay right there. No one has a real. What is a map? A map is a map. What's a fake map? A fake map is a map that leads you to the wrong directions or leads you to an incorrect destination, right? Because the purpose of a map is to guide you and give you the correct directions to a specific destination. So a fake or wrong map, which is what you said, no one has a real map no one has a real map of anything, right? Will lead you to incorrect destinations. What I'm showing you right here, even with Google Earth, bro, is showing you that the ancients knew about the Nazca. I mean, that they knew about the obviously the ley lines. It's pointing directly to Angkor Wat. What is not getting through to your? What's not getting through to you? That right? You saying there's no real that right there? If that ain't real, what is you? What are you talking about? That's common sense, bro. That's what I'm saying. Y'all sit up and try to make excuses and stuff. The evidence is right in front of your face. Y'all try to talk against the points that I ain't even making. Like I just said, what would these lines be going to on the flat earth? It ain't about what would these lines be going to? Can you explain that? I'll let you on the panel even if you want to. You get on other people's panel. You want to do that? We can talk directly because this is inconvenient. But if you want to do that, we can do that. What's up? Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, man, look, let me see if there's new comments. Do the research, Raphael, is true, but it doesn't prove a ball. Bro, that wouldn't be lining up like that, dude. We talk about ley lines all the time. I'm proving you the ancient ley lines right now. This is a fact. The Nazca lines are the ley lines, bro. I just pulled that up. Do I gotta really go to the internet and show you what ley lines look like, man? That's why I be saying people be acting. And that's why I see when you say certain stuff, that's when niggas want to go against what you're saying too, because you say because you say certain stuff, and because I said what I said and I meant what I said. You know what's up, bro? Y'all know I don't be over here playing no games. I done told y'all dudes that. Intellectually, I'm not to be played. I'm here. I'm serious as a mug, bro. Now, let me go back. Now, this is going to be the Nazca lines map. See, they put the other one because they don't know which ones you're specifically talking about. But I'm talking about the. Look at this, bro. Now, we talking about ley lines, bro. Now, the flat earthers will bring up ley lines to support their arguments and everything. Geocentric truth, okay? Earth, centric truth. Well, part of the geocentric truth is the ley lines, all right? The energy grid. That's a fact. What do you see right here? You see lines right here, bro, okay? A bunch of lines, and some of these lines specifically, like this one right here, 30 miles long, bro. 30 miles. Okay. This is the same exact area that you just saw. These is just the other lines that's included. Okay. Now, we're gonna look up a ley lines map, which you already saw. Now that's that map. Now this, look at this. This is the look at the bro. That's identical. That's identical, bro. You know, what I'm showing you and proving you is that these are the ley line. And this, bro, where is Chicago? The brother Airy Deep just brought up Chicago. It'll be so funny if one of them ley lines is coming from Nazca and go through Chicago in some type of way. That'd be funny as a mug. Or maybe this line here, I don't know. But at the end of the day, or because I don't know. And then you got different depictions of it. Like I say, the whole ley lines thing is theory based right now. They haven't concluded on it as far as a map. Now, there's no real map of the 100% the ley lines like that, but we know in an essence of what the ley lines look like as far as their distribution. Where they at 100%? Um, you know, that's a whole nother discussion, man. Cause see, you got this right here, which is based on the dodecahedron, the 5-pointed star, the pentagon, like you see right there, in 10 rays. But like I've been pointing out with my work, everything is fractal. So these ain't the only energy lines. That's why when you hear about different buildings and stuff like Pentagon and stuff, it's built as a pentagon because this is the shape of a pentagon. They tapping into that tetragrammaton energy, as other people would say. Um, for the neutral or for good or bad, whatever their intent is, because that's what it's all about. But everything is fractal. So those lines that you see right here, that's where this comes over here to this aspect. You zoom in and there's more lines and it never ends. Everything is energy. So now going back to what you said, because I'm pretty sure you said more. Search the Nazca line and anchor watch. Right on, because that's what I'm saying too. You know, Raphael, how studious are you on the how well versed are you on the Nazca lines? Because you brand new to this 9 times out of 10. How long have you known about the Nazca lines and have you done any extensive studying on it at all? Because you're a flat earther and everything, but like I pointed out, I was the first person to bring the gnosis of flat of the what you call Nazca lines to the well, I can't say because I was over here doing my work on my end, and there was a brother who hopped on the panel who I guess was watching me on my end, and or somebody, you know, the word got around, but Taz brought it up. Taz the Great brought that up, or Taz the Goat, you know, is his correct name. He brought up the Nazca lines. All right, so what do you know about the Nazca lines? Because if you've got studies on them, then you know, yeah, you in that line. I know what it is, but it doesn't prove a globe, dude. You really you well. Let me tell you this. You can say to yourself that it doesn't prove a globe, but I could prove to you right here that these lines is wrapping back around what we call a globe. And what I can prove to you as well is that them lines on a flat earth, if you claim it is flat, no matter what flat map you use, will never loop back around to anchor Y. Okay, that's what I can tell you for a fact. So you can say all of this is not a, I don't care what you think it is, bro, to be honest, but I'm proving you what is what it is. Okay, and there's no way around it. It don't matter what you say. It don't matter what you make up. It don't matter how much, you know, no feelings are hurt or nothing, you know, behind the truth being shown. It don't matter what pressure you think you're applying. Because like I said, hold on. Like I said, these lines down here at the bottom, you still ain't answering my question, which further proof, and people do that when they ain't got no answer, bro. When they can't answer you correctly, when they know that they ain't got the truth. Answer my question, and I'm gonna ask you one last time before I go. And answer me directly. Where the hell is them Nazca lines that's pointing from the south going to? What the hell is them lines pointing to? Because lines go to a direction, bro. Now I'm being stern with you. I'm being 100%. So tell me, bro. I'm listening in. I'm waiting. You can't be going nowhere. I know you want to, because you call yourself disproving what I'm saying in a way, or trying to question what I'm saying, or trying to say that I'm on the wrong path when I'm proving to you I'm on the right path. But you answer my question, because if you can't answer it correctly or you can't answer at all, it proves that I'm right, which I know I am regardless. This just, like I say, it points out a lot about you cats as far as the flat earth aspect, because y'all really was talking about this being the you, that means you got to go back. Yes, this makes you have to question everything that you have been saying about the flat earth. That's a fact, man. It ain't no way around that. There's no way around this. This makes you have to question everything that you have been hearing, all of the people that you've been talking about flat earth. This goes for everything. Real talk. Yeah, Raphael, ears, bro. Niggas waiting, man. You know, I'm waiting on you, brother. This means you got to question everything, right? Which is who y'all rock with, question everything. A lot of y'all. So we ain't going to stop here. We ain't going to stop at the flat earth is all I'm saying. So what's your questions beyond that point? You got people coming in, checking to see whether you drop a comment. What's your response? They waiting on it. They looking at the captions here, seeing me talking stuff, hearing what I'm, you know, waiting on you, bro. You ain't said nothing yet. You know why, bro? Because you don't have an answer. And I have more proof, actually, no matter behind your words and what you're saying about this not being a globe. Okay, you can have your word games. But at the end of the day, you have no proof. And I have proof behind the flat earth being debunked right here in front of you, because the Nazca lines obviously are, like I just said and shown, ley lines. It's depicted. Anybody with common sense, how much syncretism y'all done shown, how many flames you done dropped when you done seen other niggas show synchronicity behind some so-called sacred geometry because two images half-ass look like each other, but you drop fire bombs. in that shit. I just showed you some simple lines, and we talk about energy grids. We talk about, and Eric Deep was wise enough to even mention, without me even having to say it, how these different lines from the Nazca not only loop back around to Angkor Wat, but they go through these exact main monuments: Machu Picchu, Easter Island. This stuff ain't by chance, dude. This is it shows intent and intelligence, and niggas like you is exactly who I'm talking about, bro. That's why I said you should be around here. It's niggas like you, cause you ain't on that level, bro. That's why. That's exactly why I say what I say. You too stooped low in the mind to where you just you too on the ground, bro. You too on the ground. I still ain't heard nothing. I can admit it's only flat from perspective, right, bro? You know, if you on the ball and you zoom in on the ball on a basketball, that's just a basketball. But I mean, anything that's spherical like that, it's gonna be a plane. That's a fact. You zoom in enough. Think about germs and stuff like that. You know, I don't know if they got consciousness to see what's around them or not. They move around or whatever. We can't see them with our eyes, but I mean, golly, they sit on all type of spherical stuff. I'm pretty sure everything flat to them. That's just, funny thoughts, man. But at the end of the day, man, I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not here to call anybody stupid. I'm not here to make anybody look stupid. But what I am providing is 100% facts. And like I said, a flat earther can't argue. This is why I say what I say to y'all. Y'all niggas can't debate me, bro. You sit up and be mute. You got the chance. I didn't even say I'll let you up here and talk to me. What you doing? You get on other people's stuff. You ain't stage fright. This is what I'll be saying about y'all niggas. I talk to y'all niggas directly, bro. And I'm no different in person. Y'all niggas got to step y'all game up, bro. If it's about the truth, be about the truth. Walk the truth. Don't just talk the truth or half-ass talk the truth. Talk about the truth. Talking the truth and talking about the truth is two different things. Because if you're about the truth, you'll have the heart and the mind enough to open your eyes and realize what I'm saying. It's common sense. Where the hell, I'm going to ask one more time. You got one more chance. Where are the lines pointing below the horizon of the east and west on this compass right here that you're seeing? Where are these southern lines pointing to on a flat freaking earth? If this map ain't right, shoot me the correct map. Cause it, like I just said, I just gave you two maps, cuz on any flat earth map, on any flat map that you put out here, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna be there. What else can you do? That's why I say you niggas just making excuses, man, at this point. And you really honestly showing your own intelligence, and it's showing how out of the box y'all really willing to think. Even when some facts in front of y'all face, y'all showing the same cognitive dissonance that y'all said the globe earth is a show. Y'all said that the globe earth is had cognitive dissonance, but y'all showing it now. You see, it ain't fun. That's why I said what I said, and y'all been rocking with a king flat earther as y'all see it, or act like. Well, look at this, and what would they have to say? Because if you can't answer it, he ain't gonna do no better. I just gave you what your best answer could be. I gave you that. I gave you that answer. That let you know I think outside of the box. I gave you what your best answer could be. That means that it could be from what y'all say. Other lands. Nothing. Nothing that them lands, bro. And if it ain't other lands and it's finite, this map is it, and this is the earth, and the earth is the universe, and everything revolves around the earth, like the flat earth has been saying. All that would be is this map. Okay. So it wouldn't be nothing going past it. I done made my point, man. I ain't got to keep on saying the same thing in different ways over and over again, bro. I'm just sitting up here really giving niggas time. And obviously other people getting tired too, man. So I ain't going to stay around and linger. Like I say, when other people go live and they open up their panel and they talk about something, and the title is actually suitable for it, because like I say, I don't get on. when people got certain titles because they'll try to make a scene and make it seem like you just messing up their show and you just that bad of an incorporation. So when I see that title say the correct thing, I'm gonna be up there and I'm gonna talk with them about this. I really am. I truly and one thing I was thinking about too is this look like the moon. I'm gonna show that for. I was thinking about that. This right here, this right here looks like the moon, man. Like if you think about the placement of this right here, there's a crater on the moon that kind of looked like a fruit, like a navel of a fruit, where a stem from a fruit come from. I'm gonna pull it up and then I'll go. Let's see, full moon. That's what's crazy. So think about because the moon got some weird type of lines on it too. And then I was realizing with NASCAR, see the ley line, I was seeing the ley lines for real in the ocean is what I think I was seeing. That's one thing that I didn't show. I know what it is, but it doesn't prove it. As I was saying, I ain't heard nothing from him, man. It's crazy, bro. It's these niggas funny, man. I'm telling you, bro. Hold on. Like, there are so many contradicting aspects to this globe that it debunks itself. Dude, there's so many I'm showing you there's so many as well contradictions to the flat earth as well, my dude. And I'm showing that. I'm showing you one of them, bro. I just showed you one and you can't get around it. You couldn't even answer that. You could not even answer that. This guy's a trip. Hold on. Yeet. That's how I be doing these niggas like yeet. These niggas is like, boy, y'all niggas is funny. So that's the full moon I was talking about. So if you think about where NASCAR's at, it ain't in the same spot, but I was just saying it looks very much the same. And if you consider that the moon is supposed to be, that's where another thing. See, that's what I was thinking about too. A lot of this stuff is switched back and forth, and I'm looking at the masculine, feminine aspect of the sun and moon from a reality. I think it's more like the yin yang, and that's what it's showing is darkness and light in both of them. But I was thinking about the sun is of course electricity. What most people would say light, electricity, because electricity lights up. Sound has no light to it. But what I was also thinking about was the etymology of the word sun. Sun is sound, like sun. Think about Masonic. Masonic. Son, like I was pointing out last time, sound. Sound, the word Masonic or Mason, make sound. Okay. Uh make, excuse me. Uh make is synonymous to generate. When you generate something, you're making something. Okay. So make sound or generate sound. There's a G in the inside of the square and compass, and the square and compass is at 45 degrees. I've seen 45 degrees with 432 hertz. So 432, that stuff is all that. But I just wanted to point that out as far as these lines. This is basically what you just saw with the whole. Now that's what I'm saying too. That dude Raphael just said there's so many aspects of this globe that doesn't make sense. I think that when some stuff doesn't make sense to some people, just because it don't make sense to you, you might just be lacking in or shortcoming of 100% comprehension. Just because in other words, just because something might be the truth and you might not be to reach the reality of that truth, the realization of that truth, in other words, just because you ain't realized whether something might be true or not, that don't mean that the world stopped at your feet and that it ain't true. Okay, just because you ain't realized the truth behind something yet. Okay, I'm not saying that the globe is 100% true. I ain't saying that. I'm showing and proving the facts is all I'm here to do. And at the end of the day, the facts that I do prove, I see the niggas ain't got no type of, even your flat earthers ain't got nothing to say against it. Can't say nothing that you act like I'm here to argue or something. I said you could come up here and talk. They ain't heard nothing. And that just shows everything I've been saying about you niggas, bro. Y'all funny and pathetic. That's straight up. Y'all is hilarious. And back up off of me. I'm finna go. Eric Deep, shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you coming through. You a real one because you've been real. J Ma, I see you and I was not ignoring you, bro, because you always come through and say wholeness. That's all your ass say. But anyway, shout out to you. Shout out to you. And I'm gonna keep it moving, man. And I'll be back if I got any more information to display. I didn't mean to click on nothing, but ancient civilization went straight. Yep, sure did. That's a fact. Yes, sir, they did. 90, I didn't want you to think I didn't see you either. Shout out to you, bro. And I pulled that up. My bad. I ain't forgot who you is either, but I just want you to know, man. I get what you were saying about the wordplay, but like I said, that's fact based. I'm not here for the wordplay, and that's why I stay away from the words. I'm proving the truth is behind the numbers because niggas can't change what it is. Okay, that's just a fact. All right, so y'all stay safe, man, and have a happy Father's Day. That's straight up because I forgot it is Father's Day. But y'all have a great Father's Day. You know, appreciate your kids, and I hope that your kids show you some appreciation. That's straight up. Stay safe.